It is time to finally build that God Squad. Stay frosty and head to buymaddencoins.com for the cheapest, fastest, and most reliable MUT coins on the market. I'll even help you shave off a few bucks. Use code DIRECTOR at checkout for 20% off. Hey Yoda brothers, what's up? It's the Director. Guys, do you know what day it is today? Do you know what day it is today? It is one of the greatest days in human history. Celebrating one of the greatest things of all time. That's right, bros. It's my birthday! Happy Star Wars Day to everybody out there in Madden. Guys, I know that Madden and Star Wars are two completely different things, but dudes, I'm a Star Wars nut. I got my Boba cup of coffee, my Boba bobblehead, the Vader helmet, the Stormtrooper helmet, a different Vader helmet, an X-Wing, a freaking huge X-Wing, and that doesn't even really scratch the surface. I think the coolest Star Wars thing I have in my house is this sucker right here. This was an award actually given to me by Lucasfilm. Yeah, the guys who made Star Wars. I made a live-action Star Wars fan film revolving around Knights of the Old Republic. We entered it in their film festival out in San Diego, and they gave us one of these beautiful SOBs. Like, look, it's certified by them and everything. There's only a few of these things in the world, so yeah, it makes me pretty happy. That's the kind of Star Wars nut I am. And yes, it's also my birthday. Funny enough, I didn't even know my birthday was Star Wars Day until I was like, I don't know, 16 or 17. It kind of became a new thing over the last decade. So, I mean, it was fate, dude. Super excited. I mean, like, Star Wars was meant to be part of my persona. So happy Star Wars Day to everybody out there. All right, so we're gonna talk a little bit of Madden Ultimate Team today. This is Madden Ultimate Team channel, little Chargers football channel. We're gonna talk a little bit about Madden Ultimate Team. The thing to talk about today, the news to talk about today about Madden Ultimate Team is going to be the power-ups promo. And there's a couple other things in here I did want to mention with you guys too. They seem to be going down this list of like goals and objectives for Madden. And they're so far doing a pretty good job at it. So the expansion program, it's gonna be exciting. There's a whole bunch of new players coming in. There's a whole bunch of existing players that are getting upgrades. Let's get into it, dudes. Guys, if you like these videos, hit us up with a like and sub, man. The small amount of time you guys take to hit the like, sub, bell notification help me out a lot. Let's see what EA's up to with this new version of Madden Ultimate Team, what they're up to in Madden Ultimate Team. So you guys take a look at this list. Yeah, you got your weekend league rewards. You got all that kind of stuff at the top there. But what I'm looking at is at the bottom. All right, so they got the common community questions. Okay, the first one, Series Redux. They already released the first batch of them. It seems like every limited card is eventually going to get a Redux. So they're not impossible to pull in the game. Team Captain tokens, they've already gone over that as well. There's objectives where you can play X amount of games to get more Team Captain tokens. That's kind of interesting right there. You guys get a sneak peek of what's up to come next too. Power-ups, that's what we're gonna go over today. But I also wanted to show you guys, and keep in mind, the other three things they've got on here, all right? Secondary positions, which is interesting. There's a couple of players on my team that have secondary positions that are kind of cool. If you guys don't know what that means, it's basically, you know what, actually I do have Madden open right now. It's basically like this. You got Troy Polamalu, he's a strong safety, right? And what that basically means is that you can put him at free safety, which is his secondary position, without losing any of your chems, okay? So there's something coming up with that here really soon. So I'm just gonna guess that they're gonna put out a whole bunch of new secondary positions. If there's a player on your team that plays multiple positions that doesn't yet have that chemistry, he's probably gonna get it here in the upcoming weeks. Not confirmed, because I'm sure there's a ton of players that qualify for that, not even, you know, close to having all of them in the game right now, but something's coming up here pretty soon. The next thing on the list is probably the one that gets me the most excited. It's gonna be your NFL draft. That might have something to do with the new NFL draft cards that we got, what, like last week, 2 weeks ago. That is super, super exciting, man. That might mean that they're gonna do something with these cards. You guys ask yourselves, what's the biggest community question that's been going around with concerning these NFL draft cards? The biggest request that people have been having about these NFL draft cards, something that I've talked about quite a bit as well, is going to be being able to put physical chems on the new rookies that we just got. Because it's funny how Madden has evolved, okay? You know, the draft and the rookie promos and stuff are fairly new, but what's also fairly new is the power-up program. It hasn't been in the game for very many years, guys. You go look back at it like 5-6 years ago, that definitely wasn't in the game. And that's become more and more important to the relevancy of the cards in your lineup. So to be able to at least put those physical chems on the card, I feel is super important. And who knows, maybe they add that. Maybe they add power-ups for the NFL NFL draft promo. I doubt it. If they do, I would say maybe it's just like the top 5 cards, which would mean the Chargers get left out, but you never know. You never know. And then lastly, they have Journey listed down there. Whew, you guys know why I would be excited about Journey. There's a couple of things that we've been talking about Journey on this channel the last couple of weeks, and the biggest one being is what is the set reward going to be for the end of Journey? And we're talking about this set right here, the Journey Completion. You guys see, I've only done 1. There's 3 you can do. They are extremely hard to grind out because you have to get every single star on every single journey. So that's quite a big grind. What kind of reward might we be seeing with Journey when part 4 comes out? The huge speculation on my channel, at least, and with the community on my Twitter and stuff like that, has been a free golden ticket. So this Journey Completion, you know, could be coming here in the next week or 2, who knows? And with it, you might be able to get yourself a free golden ticket. I'm speculating that it's going to happen. We might see the new Journey, especially if they line up. It would be kind of evident to what's going on. Once the golden tickets promo is over, all of the golden tickets are in game. I think we still have like 2 or 3 more weeks of them. So that's kind of where I'm aiming at. As soon as they're all in the game, I'm thinking that they're going to give us an opportunity to get a free one. That's how it's worked in the past. Some people say that, oh, director, we would never get free golden tickets. I mean, every year that I've seen golden tickets, we've had an opportunity to get a free one. You feel me? So I feel like it could be coming again. And it would be really, really important to the Madden community because a lot of people just can't get their hands on those cards because they're way too expensive. All right. And so the opportunity to get one free, and I should say nat, the ones in the past we got were nat. That would be a big deal because even for a guy like me, I'm a YouTuber, you know, I do this professionally. I'm not going to have enough coins to pick up a golden ticket and feel good about it. You know, I could probably go buy one now, but I mean, it's way too many coins. It just doesn't seem worth it. So to be able to get a free one would be huge. So again, Journey's on the bottom of that list. Who knows how long that's going to take to get here, but that is something potentially you could get. Also keep in mind, the reward could actually be something like a 99 Journey hero or something. They might put in like a new player just for the Journey promo. That is very likely as well. I think the year that the golden tickets came out, I think it was like a Journey Jarvis Landry, I think, was what came out, and it was like a 99 overall. So that could definitely happen as well. But let's get into the part of this video that's kind of important. I know that it's kind of the focus of this video, and it's going to be the last thing on the docket. It's going to be these power-ups, all right? So let's take a look at the new power-ups coming in today. We'll be kind of brief, kind of quick on, you know, the explanation of what's going on here. It's very, very simple if you think about it. So you got Sean Phillips, Navarro Bowman, Nate Burleson, Corey Schlesinger, Cordell Stewart, and Jason Elm coming to the game tomorrow morning, all right? So some of you might be looking at this and say to yourselves, well, director, you know, some of these cards already have power-ups in the game. Why are they included in this graphic? Well, it's simply because those cards are going to be able to power up to 98 overall now. Okay, that's pretty significant, and this is something that I've talked about several times, like on Mutt Force and stuff with Trumpet Monkey. I was like, you know what they should do with the themed diamonds, because there's so many of them. There's definitely not enough slots of Ultimate Legends in order for every single one of these guys to get a new upgrade card. They should just allow us to upgrade to 98 or 99 overall, and they did it. All right, this is the move. This was a great move by EA. You see Sean Phillips up there? I've been so excited to power him up, and I was thinking maybe I had to wait for an Ultimate Legend or something. No, they're going to let me upgrade Sean Phillips through his power-up card without having to get a new like Ultimate Legend item or Themed Diamond or something else in the game. But you guys are also noticing a couple of names that aren't in the game right now. Very simple explanation for this. Don't expect this every single week. Tuesdays is when they think these cards are going to be coming out. Bowman, Stewart, and Burleson. All right, these cards are special just because EA gets the rights to a certain amount of players every single year, right? Well, this year they decided that, you know, they had the rights for Bowman, Stewart, and Burleson. They just never used them. They decided to kind of insert them into this promo, the power-up expansion promo, in order to get them in the game. So you're going to be able to power up those guys, you know, from square one all the way to a 98 overall just using training, which is super exciting. Now, again, I wouldn't expect to see new cards again next week. I think this is kind of a one-time deal. And the rest of the time, we may be seeing, you know, just these, you know, maybe themed diamonds and guys that haven't gotten a card that may never get a card again, just be able to upgrade to a 98 overall, which is great, which is fantastic. The other speculation is maybe we do see new power-ups come through this promo. I think they're just going to save it for the guys who they can power up further, like already pre-existing power-ups in the game. I think that's what this promo is mainly going to be about. I think that's the last thing that we're going to see. You know, this Bowman, Burleson, and Stewart, that's the last thing we'll see of like new power-ups. Everything else is just going to be pre-existing power-ups in the game, and you can just power them up further. So guys like my Sean Phillips, super excited. He's a 92 chemmed up, obviously, but tomorrow morning I should be able to get him up to a 99 overall. These cards, the original Theme Diamonds, the Theme Diamond Part 1s, are all just 89 and 90 overalls. Okay, so it's kind of cool and kind of crazy to see that finally, you know, these were some of the first cards in the game. We're going to be able to get these up to 99 overalls, which is really, or I should say 98 overalls, which is really exciting. So basically, this is how it's going to work. Very, very simple. You know, you've got the Corey Schlesinger in the game right now. He already has, like, I think an 88 overall or something like that. You're still going to need that for this particular card. But then you can just power up past, or I should say power up all the way to 98 without any other cards, because there's no other cards for Schlesinger in the game right now. So it's going to take a lot of training, you know, to get him from 90 to 89 or to 98, but that's still a really nice item. And the same thing goes for the guys who don't already have cards in the game. It's just straight training, you know, from point A to point B all the way to their 98 overall. So very exciting. And then you can also use power up passes if you want. I would save those because training is so cheap right now. You might as well just use training. It does say wild card 97 or 98 power up pass. Some people were saying, oh my god, maybe we could put any 97 overall in the game into that pass. I think the wording on that's a little confusing. I think it just means you can use a 97 or 98 power up pass. It doesn't mean you can put a 97 overall card in there, you know, just to bypass it. I don't think that's how it's going to work. But that's going to be it, guys. Happy Star Wars Day to everybody. Get excited for the NFL, or I should say the Power Up expansion promo coming tomorrow morning. Get excited, dudes. Maybe take a look into some of these Power Up players. I don't know if they're going to have any sort of solos coming out. They didn't say anything about that, so maybe the prices of some of these guys do go up that are pre-existing in the game. Just keep an eye out for that. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for joining me. May the 4th be with you. We'll see you next time, and as always, stay frosty.